Hello everyone! Meet my new mare. I bought her at the end of October of 2024. I did mean to have this video out a couple of months ago and it never ended up happening. So she was a then 4-year-old, now 5-year-old thoroughbred mare. I bought her off of the racetrack direct from the trainer about 9 days after her last race. I was not able to test ride her before I bought her. I only was able to see her led in hand walk trot and walk trot a little bit by the exercise rider. So this is the first day I brought her home. She's exploring her new field. But I was not able to test ride her because you can't at the racetrack. So the only canter I ever saw of this horse was actually from her race videos. This is one of them there. So registered name No More Joe King, number 7 in the orange there. She's raced 20 times. She's won 4. She placed in the top 3 in about 11 of her races, just over half, and has a lifetime earning of over $52,000. This is the first day working with her. I'm trying to get her to give to pressure, bend, give her head. It's something that racehorses don't really know how to do. As you can see, she's so stiff. She doesn't know how to give to pressure, follow my feel. This is just the first day. This is to be expected. I'm not stressed or upset. This is just something that I have to work on with her. And of course, always do it on both sides. And I did include this to show you just her progression as we go from turning her from racehorse to show jumper. So this is a few sessions later. She's down, not as good still, but following my feel down. What I really wanted to highlight here is the around. Look at how much easier she gives her head and bends and follows my feel. She's been great to work with. She's really calm. She's not spooky. She really tries to figure out what you're asking for and give it to you. She's still a little looky-loo. She's not sure about this whole outside in a paddock thing. I also have a dog wandering around. The dog is fine. The dog is great with horses. She actually loves the dog. She likes to cuddle and nuzzle into the dog's fur and everything. She absolutely loves dogs. I have previously walked her and trotted her over poles on the ground, so I just don't have video of it. But I've already done that for a few days. So asking her, this is the first time I've asked her to really go over a raised pole. And then my dog just happened to wander. Normally this is dangerous, yes, but again, this is a livestock guardian dog that's always out with the horses, and Jojo has no worries or concerns about the dogs. I took her to an indoor. This is our first ride. I know she walked away from the block really fast there. Thoroughbreds at the racetrack get a like walking mount, so the groom's walking them out and someone else is throwing the jockey or the exercise rider up on their back as they're moving. So this was a big ask for her to actually, but with only me, stand at a block while I climbed on. I'm not going to get on her too much on our very first ride. Today it's just about me learning her learning me, getting a feel for each other, and me finding out what she does and doesn't know. It's not really a it's not really a training. You're going to learn to do all of these things super proper and stand at the block, and that will come with time. I'll work on it. I'm not concerned. She's not spooky. This is, I moved her here a day or two before I took this video and had my first ride. It's busy. There's jumps, there's people, there's other horses. There's a whole tack-up area underneath where the video person's videoing. So she's just looking around. I'm letting her. I'm not overly worried about anything. I'm just letting her kind of get comfortable, feeling kind of what feel I have for her. Overall, I felt really good. She didn't feel spooky. She didn't feel like she was going to do anything. I was very fortunate in that the trainer I got her from, I know fairly well. And here I'm just doing a steering check. How good's our steering control? Can we go tight circles left and right? But the trainer got her as a yearling, had her entire race career. The exercise rider who was her regular day-to-day exercise rider when she wasn't in race is actually the man who started her under saddle, and they did start her in an indoor arena for her 2-year-old race year, and then at the beginning of her 3-year-old and 4-year-old race seasons, she was started in an indoor arena for a few weeks before moving to the track to get a few extra weeks of conditioning. So she's been in an indoor before. I just don't think it's ever had all the jumps up. And here we are just trotting. And this, again, I was feeling how she felt. She didn't feel like she was going to take off. I felt like I had control. She felt really calm and eager and willing. She's never been in an English saddle, just a race saddle. So I can tell she's a little weird about where my leg is so far down her side. And then I can tell she doesn't like this bit. But I put in a bit that I felt like I would have control just in case, because I didn't know her. So I wanted something that I felt like I would be able to stop in if she should get too excited and try to gallop with me. And never once did she feel like that, but I can tell it's a double jointed snaffle. I can tell she doesn't like it. She's mouthing it. She's throwing her head. So trying different bits is something I did try throughout kind of December and January, trying to find something that she liked and felt good in. I've only got video of about 4 of her first 6 rides, I think, 3 or 4 of her first 6 rides. So just going different directions. I felt really comfortable on her, and I was so happy with how she felt, because getting on a horse that's straight off the racetrack 9 days after their last race and not having had the chance to test ride, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. You never know what you're going to get. And the plan was, if all we did was walk and trot today and just got comfortable, and if I didn't have the control, I wasn't going to canter her. But I felt so comfortable on her, and she felt so calm and willing and eager that I did canter her. Not the greatest. She's a racehorse. We'll ignore the transition. She felt really good, and then she started to get excited and wanted to go, but she came right back when I asked her to come back to me and come down, and she did. I couldn't be happier. This next ride, I'm working on the standing at the mounting block. It's getting better. We're getting there. That's way better than the first day. I'm not gonna get after her for walking away at the end there. It will come. We don't have much of a backup here. The other thing is, this saddle is not the greatest fit on her, so I wasn't riding her super long or super intensively, because I'm looking for a saddle that will actually fit her really well, or fit her better than what this one does. I think this one is a little bit narrow. We do canter. You can tell that bit is not, she's just mouthing at it. She doesn't really like it. And I figured out through trial and error over the winter that she doesn't like double jointed mouthpieces. She prefers single jointed. So I've now switched her to a single jointed. I do need a little bit of an elevator just because she does get forward at a canter. Can't blame her. Just very eager to go. If I have something just like a D-ring snaffle, I don't have enough brakes. I did try a mullen mouth on her. I had nothing. I had no steering, no brakes, nothing. So it seems to be a single jointed, something with a little bit of leverage. Works really well on her, and that's a lot gentler than what she was on at the track. She was on a snaffle with a ring bit, and just more canter. We do canter to the right sometimes. It's just not on here as much. I don't know why I don't have as much video of it. I do have more video coming up of her cantering to the right. She doesn't seem to like cantering to the right very much because they race left. So when I do ask her to go across the middle here and canter to the right, you're going to see how she behaves extremely differently. She's throwing her head. She's getting very hot and strong and forward. I don't have a whole lot of control. I don't know whether this is just the direction or whether it was a saddle. I think this is the last day of video that I have for her. So just walking over poles. I had walked over them at home and trotted in hand, and then this is not the first time because I didn't video every single session, this is not the first time she's walked and trotted over poles. The plan though was this pole was I was going to raise it up and try a raised cavaletti for the first time. So just walking, trotting her over, lots of praise. I do take lots of praise breaks. She seems to enjoy knowing what she's doing and trying is the right thing. She just always feels so eager to do what I'm asking. And then I brought her down over these 4 poles. It was a big ask. She's only really done single poles, but she's watching her feet and she tried. And so I couldn't be happier with this mare. The plan is to turn her into a show jumper. I'm not pushing her. She's spent a couple of months now sitting out in the field, letting down more. I've brought her home and because I only have an outdoor, and the plan here is to actually bring her along this summer and maybe show by the end of the summer. That was great for a race pole, more canter. It also seems to be coming along. And now that I have a saddle that fits her well and fits her so much better, I think we're going to be able to get a lot more done. And she's kind of let down over the winter and she's doing fantastic. And I can't wait to share more of her journey with you. So if that's something you're interested in watching JoJo's journey, please follow along here.